Hello everybody, this is Roland, and today I have a new surprise for you. We are still with the order blocks and order block trading on the Metagrid. It's for me the perfect trading method, and the order blocks will come by end of the year. And I got many times the last days the question if it's possible to auto trade the order levels. Can Metagrid auto trade these levels? And since today I can say yes, it is possible. I added an auto trader to this method, and the auto trader is in the beta version at the moment, like the order levels too. And the auto trader, if it's activated, it simulates more or less my trading style with the order blocks. As you know, the red lines are the sell levels and the green lines the buy levels, and I personally trade only zones. This means if there are two lines of the same color close together, then I trade this zone. For example, I would trade this zone. You can see we have two sell lines close together. I would, for example, trade this as a sell trade, or if, of course, this here as a sell trade, this here as a sell zone, and this here as a sell zone, and of course this here as a buy zone I would trade. I would not trade this single green line because it's too far away from the next green line. Even if you can see the day started here, then the price bounced on the green line. Then we had here a little, we can check it on the M5 time frame, and then I show you the auto trader, only that we check this here. I make the chart a little bit bigger. We go to the beginning of the day. You can see the day began and immediately bounced on this green line. Then I would trade this zone from here to here. This is a nice sell zone, two lines close together. I make here my entry, and then I make a grid in this zone. And then you can see the price came down and we make here profit. Then I would, of course, trade this next zone from here to here. You can see in this case, there was no reaction at the moment, and then it goes in the next zone, and then the reaction comes. You can see in this case, all these sell orders are consumed from the market. Here, these are all sell order levels. And the big boys and all other traders consumed all these sell orders, and then price came down. And regardless where you entered here a sell, you would make here profit today with this trade. And if you had made a grid from here to here, that would have given a lot of profit. And this is how I trade the order levels. I choose levels where two lines of the same color are close together, and then I make there my grid. And this is what the auto trader does. I activate in a second. The EA looks where prices at the moment. You can see prices at the moment here, and then the EA looks where is the nearest buy or sell zone from this price. A fresh zone, of course. You can see these zones are all done for the day. The price was already here, and if price was on a zone, then this is not fresh anymore. So the EA says prices at the moment here. Where is the closest sell or buy zone from this price? And of course is this area. So the EA would trade this zone next. If price comes not here and then goes up and up and up, then the EA will trade this zone. This is the next fresh sell zone. These are all over here, but at the moment the closest to the price is this buy zone. And let's activate the auto trader in the settings. There is a new setting field. It says auto trade order levels, and I make it here to true in this case, and I click OK. And then the order levels will be reloaded. This takes some minutes, some seconds, not minutes. And you can see the order levels are reloaded. And now the Metagrid EA automatically placed here a buy entry. Why? Because this is the closest next zone to trade from the price. Here like I do, it places a pending buy entry a little bit above the first green line, and then here's the grid. And of course the EA does the grid too. If you click on preview, we can see this is the grid the EA wants to trade, and you can see the EA placed the grid perfectly between these two green lines. And of course, if you want to can change it. You can see the EA chose 4 grid lines in a distance of 9.4 pips between every buy line here. And of course no positive grid size like I do with the order levels. And of course the EA automatically sets a trailer and a trailing stop loss. In this case the EA set a trailing start after 28 pips. This means if the price from the first order moved 28 pips, so this is here, then the trailer would begin and trail 17 pips behind the price. And this does the EA completely automatic for you. You only have to tell the EA which lot size you want to trade. This is the only thing you have to do on the auto trader. The rest is automatically done, and the EA checks every some minutes the conditions of the chart. For example, if the price now would go up and not go in our pending buy order here, say the price goes up and up and up and up and comes around here, then the EA will delete this buy order and will place here a sell order with a grid here in this zone. So it does this all day long automatically. And if you have not much time and want to trade the order levels automatically, you can do it this way. And I can of course deactivate the preview or see the preview that I can see what the EA does here. And we will check some charts the next minute too, what the auto trader does. And the question is how and when does the EA close such a trade or a grid? This is in the beta version 2 at the moment. The EA checks every 5 minutes what the trades are doing, and if the conditions are not good anymore, or the EA thinks or calculates that your trade is maybe at the end and there is no more profit inside, then the EA will close all of your trades, but only if you are overall in profit. So if there are maybe say 5 grids open here, and overall the more of the grids are in profit, for example 4 grids in profit, 1 is not in profit, and the EA sees overall you have a plus on your profit side, then it's possible that the EA closes these trades to lock the profit. The second thing the EA does, the same I do, if all trades are in profit, for example, we have here 4 grid lines, and then price comes here, and all of your grids are in profit, then the EA will close 90% of the grid and will let run the last order, the farthest away order from the price, and set it break even as a risk-free trade. So it closes 4 buy trades and let a 5th grid open with a stop loss placed here, and that the trade is risk-free, and then you can trail it home. Or better to say, the EA will trail it home when the trailer starts or begins. Then the trailing process is going on and until the price hits your trailer. So this is possible to totally automatically trade the order lines here with the EA. Let's check if this is the random button. If I click here, the Metagrid chooses a random pair on a random time frame, and then we can see some of the places where the EA would trade at the moment. I click on the random button and then I will change to the 1H time frame that we can see the grid better. So we click on it. We are under US 500. Per random, we go to H1 and we wait until the order blocks are loaded. I got a warning that I have the wrong lot size for this pair. And you can see here the pending buy order is placed here on the next order zone. You can see this zone is already touched at the moment. It's not fresh anymore. The next two close lines together are from here to here. These are the two lines. The EA places here a pending buy order, and if we check the grid, you can see in this case the EA chose a very small grid because this is a strong area like the EA calculated. And if we check how many grids we have, you can see we have 14 grids with a grid distance of 8 ticks only. So the EA want to go big here on this zone. But it will recalculate it every 5 minutes. So if the conditions change, it's possible that you here only have, for example, then 5 grids or 6 grids. So this does automatically recalculate every 5 minutes. At the moment, if price comes here down, the EA wants to trade this way. And it's very close to this zone, and if it goes in, then it would now open the trade. And you can see here again a very nice trade. We had here our sell lines, and again the orders are consumed, and then the big drop came here after this area. And if you had the EA had probably traded not this zone because the two lines are too far away from each other, but the EA had probably traded this zone here because the lines are close together, and then you can see you had a very nice trade here. Let's check another pair. I click again on the random button. We are now on the Swedish krona against the yen. Very exotic pair. We wait until the orders are loaded from the server. If it finds here orders or the order blocks on this pair, we have to see if we get some for this exotic pair. You can see the spread is of course too high to trade this pair. It goes from here to here on the H1 time frame. I would never consider to trade such a pair, and at the moment I don't see any order blocks here too. Maybe we have no order block informations for this exotic pair, so we switch to another pair. The Euro CAD, for example. Let's see, this is a major pair. And we wait here for the order blocks that they be loaded, and then we will see where the EA places here the order. You can see the EA wants to trade next this little zone here, and you can see again a perfect trade today. They started and the trade bounced on this order zone, and of course the EA had traded this. The zones are close together. The EA had placed here a grid, and then only maybe one of your trade had been activated and then trailed here down. And the next trade the EA wants to do is this, and you can see we had here a bounce on this buy line at the moment. This line was not a good reaction, but I don't think that the EA had traded this zone because the green lines are too far away from each other, and then the EA does not trade such a zone. But if you had traded it and had made a grid here in this zone, you had made profit too. As you can see, the trade came down, and then you can see in this candle it came totally up again, 28 pips, and the complete grid here would have been in profit. This is the power of this order lines and order blocks. It's really magic, and I'm very happy that this auto trader now is ready to start, because I don't have the time to sit all day long on the charts and wait until these blocks are traded by the traders, or the candle came to the zones. And we can check here how the EA makes here the grid, because the zone is so little. Normally the EA should make a bigger zone. Let's see if this is possible. Yes, you can see the EA saw that the zone is too small. And then the grid is bigger until this over this bank buy level made, and we have here 12 grid lines with a distance of 1.9 pips at the moment. And as I told you, the EA will recalculate this every 5 minutes. And if the EA calculated that we need not that much grids, then it will do less grids. If it thinks or calculates that it's better to go a little bit with less risk into this trade, because 12 buy trades here is very much. But if you get all this trades here in profit, this gives a really good profit here. And this is what the EA wants to do. Let's check one or two more pairs. I click again on the random button. We are on gold now. Let's check for gold. If we get order informations here, yes, we get it. And you can see the next zone the EA wants to trade is this here. There is the pending buy order placed. And we check the grid. And you can see in this case the EA makes the grid from here to here a little bit more than the next green line, because the EA calculated that the zone is better to use by this grid position here. And you can see here the sell orders gave again profit today on the gold. We had here a bounce, and this, if you can see, it came here up, then it came down. So if you had placed here your orders, your complete grid would be in profit. The same here. If you had placed here a grid, it came up, then it came down. The complete grid is in profit. The same here. If you placed the grid from here to here, it came up and then down, and your complete grid is in profit. And if you waited longer, you could do the complete grid here until down, all grids in profit. But normally we don't trade this way. We only make from here to here the grid, from here to here, and the next trade is from here to here. And I'm very sure that the EA traded this zone, and I think this zone too. It's not too far away, the two lines. And then you had made with the EA this profit, and this profit. And you can see these are random pairs. I don't choose them, and I don't look if they look good for you or not. I can choose any pair I want. The order blocks normally work 90% of the day and give profit if you use it the correct way. And the correct way is with grid trading. If you only place here order and want to sell, this is not good, because you see you need a grid that you get the zone traded, this zone traded, this zone traded, and so on. What the EA also does, it does not trade between midnight and the next 2 hours. So from midnight to 2 o'clock in the night, it does not trade. It does not open new trades, I have to say. If you're in a trade, of course, the trades are opened, but it does not open new trades the first 2 hours of a new trading day, because the spread is normally very high, and the first 2 hours of a new trading day is not very good to trade. Maybe I will add a function that you can choose between which time you only want that the EA trades. For example, you could say I want only that the EA auto trades the order levels between 9 o'clock and 6 p.m. For example, the London session, or only the New York session. I think I will add such a function. The next days it's time to beta test this auto trader, but you can see it works really perfect. It places the orders perfect on the zones, and because of the recalculation, you get always the next possible order zone traded. In this case, if we look here, the next zone the EA would use, if price goes up now and not down, then the EA would use this zone next for sell trades, and then this zone for sell trades too. And this zone is already done. You can see I showed you that you made really nice profit. So I'm very happy that this auto trader is also ready and installed and added to the Metagrid. And this makes life very easy with the order levels, I think. Of course, it makes more fun to choose the levels maybe by yourself, but if you have not the time, then you can use, of course, this auto trader. We will see how the results are if the EA, the Metagrid, trades this automatically. Because you can see, for example, here on this side, there are many green buy lines. And the question is if the EA now trades all these zones here, if this really is good or not. But I think the EA would only trade this zone, this zone. I don't think it will trade this here. Maybe this or this here. I don't think it will trade this, too far away. And this, I don't know, maybe too far away. Can't tell you. The EA has a calculation in it to see which lines are close together and which are not. This was the first look on the Auto EA. I hope the next days the Auto EA will open some trades, and then I can make, I hope, some screenshots or videos if the EA trades here, and we will see what the results are. But for the people who want such an auto trader, it will be available. Happy trading for you, and until next time.